There were customer complaints that the equipment was never delivered on time.
If you see our past records for the last 2 years, our profits, our sales have been quite stagnant.
There were challenges, and um, nothing was going as per the plan.
The solution for completing large projects quickly lies in creating a flow system by reducing simultaneous tasks, aligning priorities, and ensuring clean handovers between departments.
The design output has been double.
As far as the delivery time is concerned to our client, reduce up to 20 to 25%.
In sales itself, there's been nearly 80% improvement in the top line. So Tech Vector primarily works in the market market for pharma, some amount of specialty chemicals and agrochemicals.
This is a merger of Bectochem Group and DEC India Private Limited. Being a CapEx product, it's directly going to impact client schedule. The project timelines are being governed by the equipment which we are going to supply.
There were customer complaints that the equipment was never delivered on time. There were complaints that when the equipment was delivered, they were not delivered complete. In the outstanding statements that we had outstanding from customers ranging from few months to years.
Working capital challenges often make a promoters hesitant to expand despite demand.
If you see our past records for the last 2 years, our profits, our sales have been quite stagnant. There were challenges, engineering challenges, errors in the engineering, then challenges in getting the raw material and bought out component, challenges in the assembly and testing, everywhere. And nothing was going as per the plan, basically.
What that resulted in is maybe incomplete handovers or handovers which did not allow the factory to start and finish in a smooth flow.
We were caught in the blind of having a substantial amount of work in progress without it being shippable. One that the ship did not complete, the customer would not pay.
The solution for completing large projects quickly lies in creating a flow system by reducing simultaneous tasks, aligning priorities, and ensuring clean handover between departments. However, this required a few paradigm changes in the company's current operations.
In the past, how we worked was if the order came in, we would try and churn it into the factory as fast as possible. A good change or a positive change in the organization was what they called a bucket or a queue system. So this allowed every department or every entity to define that this is the bucket that I'm working on to.
Earlier it was like whatever marketing person is agile and is proactive used to do the kickoff. Now we have the delivery who is required first gives the given the priority first. Through Vectors, their management dashboard is there where we list all the projects once every week, and then the kickoff gets as per the priority of the receipt of the jobs.
So I would say that previously they were not able to complete all the designs in totality, and at the same time whatever the handover from the design was happening to the fabrication activities, the quality of handover was also not up to the mark. So after Vector came into picture, what we realized is it is better to do it in a right way. So right start would lead to a right finish. When I say right start, I am saying it's a full kit. Full kit in the context of availability of correct information, correct documentation, availability of raw material at the correct time.
Earlier, we are facing the projects were delayed from procurement side because of unavailability of the raw materials and bought out components. Issues of ordering of regular item is resolved by identifying certain components which is regularly used for projects as well as spares. And we decided to keep the norms of that particular items based on their consumption pattern.
When things were not getting done, the senior management would then challenging the people at the operation level, saying that why haven't you done what you're doing? I think those days are now gone.
A review mechanism was set for the early identifications, resolutions, and escalations of the issue.
The concept was to foster a collaborative approach where all team members focus on resolving obstacles and enabling the smooth flow of projects, rather than engaging in accountability debates or finger pointing.
Now we are summing up in a weekly basis. That was going to the top management as a numbers basically. What we are targeting, where there is a bottleneck, and management perspective will, if anything needs to be de-bottlenecked or they have to step in, they can get the idea in advance and they can step in to move it, to clear those bottlenecks basically.
One key obstacle that required attention was ensuring timely payment collection to unlock working capital.
Salespersons were responsible to manage receivables along with the other sales activities. As a result, they were not able to focus on the payment collection. We established dedicated team for the payment follow-ups. That team was trained with the customized script, FAQ, and mock session.
And the design output has been doubled.
These new solutions will help in improving of our availability of regular products from 20% to 95%. And secondly, procurement is able to provide RM full kit and bought out full kit on time, which help in reducing the cost of project.
Most important part, spare sales basically, that has been increased up to 40%. And overall reduction time is also reduced, roughly 20 to 40% time. As far as the delivery time is concerned for to our client, reduce up to 20 to 25% reduction.
Outstanding in days of sales reduced by 41%.
Salespeople were happy because they could concentrate only on the sales part.
In sales itself, there's been nearly 80% improvement in the top line. I think Vector has helped and has changed the vocabulary in Deck Vector Care. I think that's very powerful. And they all speak in the same language, as it were, right from the sales people whose bandwidth has been freed up, down to the production people and the people at the assembly